And then the final thing that Neville Goddard taught was living in the end. So the definition of this is behave as if you've already achieved your goal. So if you already had millions of dollars, what would your day look like? How would you show up? What would the things that you're doing be? You act as if, and so you do the things that you need to do. Now you don't get silly by going and buying a bunch of stuff that you can't afford on debt, because is that what somebody who has a lot of money would do? No, usually somebody with a lot of money, or at least the person that you would want to emulate that has a lot of money, is a good steward of that money. So if one of the qualities or characteristics of somebody with a lot of money is that they're a good steward with their money, does that mean that when you don't have enough money to afford a Porsche, you're going to go and lease one? No, because that wouldn't be a good steward of your money. So maybe you don't have $1 million right now, but what you can have immediately is the ability to be a good steward of what you do have. And so then you could say, I am a good steward of my money. And I'm such a good steward of my money that it always grows and magnifies. Ooh, I can feel the chill bumps of that, because that's something that I just got into alignment with right now. In this second, I found a deeper alignment to the fact that I am a good steward of money. I am a good steward of the energy and the things and the projects that people give me. And everything that I put my attention on grows in value. Ooh, that feels good. So that's what you're looking for. And then living in the end is, I'm already rich. I'm already a good steward of my money. I'm already well networked. I already have a voice that puts me out there as a thought leader. So you have to align with whatever you're aligned with. But the more that you recognize that there are certain aspects of being the thing that you want to be that you already are, and you focus on that, well, that then allows you to operate from the vibration of that place, and it calls that thing in better. Living from the end is also just reducing fear, because if I already have the thing that I desire, do I have fear that I don't have it? If I have a refrigerator full of food, am I afraid that I'm going to go hungry? No. So part of living from the end is recognizing, oh, if there's fear there, I don't actually believe that I have it. A good thing that maybe is applicable here, that I've seen when it comes to Neville Goddard's work, is, let's say that you go and you sign the deed to a new home build. So you've picked out this beautiful spot, you sign the deed, and they show you the blueprints. And they say, okay, sign on this line. We've got financing available to you. It's a great deal. It's something that you can afford. Sign on this line. And in 12 months, because we haven't built it yet, in 12 months, you'll have your house and you can move in. So you sign that line. And what do? You live from the end. You start going and looking at wallpaper. You start picking out fixtures. You start making a mood board of what you want the backyard to look like and what you want your housewarming to look like. You don't live in the house yet, but at no point do you believe that you're not going to live in the house, because you already filled out all of the paperwork that put it into motion. And so when you visualize something to the point where you can believe it will happen and you find the emotional state of it, it is the exact same thing as you signing the documents to a new home build. It doesn't mean that you get to move in right away. It doesn't mean that there's not going to be challenges during that home build, but it does mean that you're going to move into that home, so act accordingly. And that's what living in the end is. So as an application to crypto, you can live and act as though your crypto project is already a success. Part of me consistently putting myself into the zone where I'm thinking about how these principles are applied to the things in my life is I'm in a way visualizing that these principles will work for all of the things that I'm working on. And so it's like a vicarious visualization where if I say the things that are important to me out loud, it will call forth the energy and the people that are required to make all of the things that I'm working on wildly successful. And I don't just believe that, I know that to be true, because that plays out for me time and time and time again. And this is one of those things where you can set a hypothesis, that's to some extent you set a hypothesis, and that's like having hope that it'll work. And then you see a little bit of evidence that it works, and that gives you faith. because now you can tap into the truth of it. Well, part of that worked. So now I have a little bit of faith, but it's still more hope than faith. And so now I've got faith, I've got hope, but I've also got a little bit of faith. And so now the next piece of evidence comes in where I'm like, oh my God, does this work? Oh my God, my faith just got bigger. And so now my faith is bigger. And so the next piece of evidence is bigger. And so you create this snowball thing where all of a sudden you don't hope anymore. Faith is recognizing that the home is getting built. You have faith that the builder is going to do what the builder has said they're going to do. And so in crypto, you can apply these principles by finding emotional balance, scanning for how you can be of service to the projects that you're in, scanning for the right information, scanning for information that shows you when you should enter and exit projects, scanning for where you can maximize your income. You know, so many people I see, you know, the phrase that's coming to me with their panties in a wad about their investments is because they're almost wholly living off of their investments. And so when you're trying to make an income off of day trading, that's such a terrible wreck on your nervous system. And it's hard to align with the right information when your nervous system is constantly being wrecked. And so what I always do when markets turn against me is I go and figure out, how can I make more money? How can I find another client? How can I build a SaaS software or a package in my product that I can sell to all of my existing clients so that I can make more money? Because I know that if I can stay in the markets long enough, that ultimately I will be rewarded. And so rather than focusing on the fact that, okay, maybe I made a mistake somewhere, let me revise that real quick. Ooh, I love when I get into a project and it's the right time and I don't have to wait long. And immediately I'm so far in profit that I can take my principal out. And now I'm just playing with Monopoly money. And my nervous system feels so good when I'm playing with Monopoly money. And it feels so good to just have that amplify. And for me to be even riskier because it's just house money anyway. So that's how I would revise something where I lost money. And then what I would do is, ooh, you know what? I'm so good at making money. I'm such a good consultant. People just always hire me. They pay me whatever I ask because I provide so much value to the project the projects that I give. And it's so funny how whenever I feel like I need to take on another client or I have the capacity for more clients, they just flood in because I call that type of thing towards me. And you know what? What a great opportunity for me to create this other package, you know, on my SEO services and on my agency services that I've been wanting to offer, so that some of these people that couldn't afford my higher rate can now get in at a lower level. But now I can do that at scale because I can make these processes AI assisted. And now I have all this extra capital that I can invest into the marketplaces on this downturn, which then gives me the thing that I just revised, which I got in at the perfect time. And it wasn't long before I made money. So you see how all of these things fit together, and you use your creative energy to know where to put your focus so that you can make the most tangible and meaningful impact on the reality around you.